That's where she needs to be.
She just climbed up on the bench.
They adapted rather well, haven't they?
They have, actually. I got up and I let Jess and Ruff out, but I wouldn't let Jules. I let Jules out first so she could go, and then I let them out. And I wouldn't let her out in case she and Tess decided they didn't like each other much. I said, "Oh, they'll be fine." When he got up, I said, "Well, you can take responsibility. You can let her out." So, and they were fine.
Yeah, it has been fun. We have next door neighbors that have two Highland Terriers or some such thing. I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Oh, they're the noisiest creatures.
Oh yeah, they bark. Those little
bark and bark
things
and bark and
bark.
bark. And they finally have gotten so I'll snarl at them. Hush. And that usually quiets them down, oddly enough. I don't know.
What's that?
I can yell hush at Bob's two dogs and they can usually will quiet down. Not always, but usually. Hush.
Oh.
You
Try old-fashioned hush.
I thought that was a whine.
That's whoosh. They're talking about. Right? Oh, it's a terrible thing.
No, Jules didn't quite know what to make of it. Cousin there.
Well, she seems to be adapting to him. Okay.
Oh yeah, she has. Well, her coat is really beautiful.
Is that Ruff that's whining?
No, that's it.
You sure? Was that?
You know why they are whining. Want to get in the house.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
Well, let him in.
No.
That isn't Tessie's.
They've already been
Tessie's whine at all. It sounds like her whine.
I know. Here's got a picture of the doggies.
They've already been in once.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Oh,
Sniffed
quite
around.
photogenic.
Went back out.
Oh, they make a good combo. Look at these three.
They're wonderful. Yeah, it's really quite a trio.
That's good. That's gonna be a good shot.
It's actually a decent shot. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is Ruff saying, "Ooh."
What?
I swear, it's
that right?
Ruff.
What other?
Aren't those beautiful?
Florida?
The navels?
Yeah.
They're all juice and no seed.
Hi.
The Alaskan bear.
The zippers. That's amazing. I did that on a moving ship.
Yes, you did.
Well, Dad is. And look at it. He looks like Dad. It isn't just me. I did a great job there. Says she. Really?
Absolutely.
It's faded a bit, but not badly. He looks terrible, but it looks exactly like him, doesn't it?
It did. Definitely. He was grumpy that trip.
Well, that was a hard trip for him because he was both with some down. That's not his mustache. That's a different picture. I'm glad you saved it.
Yeah, well, you gave it to me. I made good use out of it.
I should say so.
It fell down the other day when the girls had a party here, and so I've got to rehang the thing
Why is that?
because it needs to be rehung.
Oh.
But we haven't decided yet. This burner, you have to turn that burner on.
Move along here. Shall we move along here a bit? Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put my finger in your eyeball.
She's used to it.
Working with the computer.
The guy said, "Well, why don't you have somebody come clean?"
You've done something different here, haven't you?
She painted that up.
Yeah, that's nice.
Little sponge painting, I think.
It's fun. It's great. Because I have a great. They're finding colors that are appropriate. It's wonderful.
And those pieces came from Weaverville, Mom.
What?
Those two pieces came from Weaverville.
Did they? These two?
These two, yeah.
I think that was 6.
We were up there at the Josh house last Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Very interesting. Well, that was a big job, wasn't it?
Yeah.
sakes.
the old antique chairs we had. She did all the needle for them.
Right, exactly.
But
That's the reason we hung on to some of them.
and she had, her mother realized that she had these talents, you know, and the women in town used to beg her to knit them suits. And so once in a while she would, not very often, it took too much time. But anyway, her parents gave her 2 quilts that were made by women in her family. I think that one was dated, the dates were on it and signed. One was 1830, and the other was 1840. And there were these tulip patterns, really, the old time tulip patterns, really lovely.
What happened?
And grandfather was given a large teak Chinese chest.
We still have that.
We still have that. And grandmother used to keep those quilts in there. You know, once in a while she'd take them out to air them, you know. And I was always interested because they were so beautiful.
Yeah.
You should, someday these will be yours.
Someday.
And they were. My mother sold them when I was over in the service. Yeah.
It's too bad.
So it wasn't after the service because my grandmother was still alive. She died in 1948. And they were sold about 1949. So.
You know, when they're gone, they're gone. They have no resource there. No recourse, excuse me.
I have upstairs. It's a little one. It's not a big one. And I gave both my kids the other 2, and my sister kept about 3. And one of them's in pretty bad shape, but
Well, they do wear it, let's face it.
we used them.
I know.
You know,
Oh, sure.
I mean, when we slept, my sister and I both slept under quilts.
Yeah.
So we used them. It wasn't something we just preserved. We used them.
You probably took them out in the backyard and put a quilt up in
Right.
a tree or something with them.
We did.
Knowing how it happens.
We used to play,
Yeah,
you know, we would have plays and
yeah.
hang them up
So
on
you
the
could hang them.
clothesline so we could use them for curtains.
They had a lot of good use.
Who knew they were going to be worth something one day?
Right.
Oh well. It's something I wouldn't get rid of anyway, so. And I just, when I got them from Mom,
10, 12 miles northwest of Callaway Garden. Because we used to drive in the spring, we'd drive through Callaway Garden to our home because we wanted to see the dogwood. But, and actually it was a good place to have field trials. They had good ground.
I'm trying to think where that would be. I'll look on the map, maybe I can figure it out. We used to go to Callaway Gardens when it wasn't real big.
No,
Yeah, well, that's right.
To it and found adjacent to it.
You can't
You know,
see
you don't
that
think
far.
I don't think that,
I don't know where my
you know
glasses are.
maybe it was in Callaway Gardens.
Yeah.
You know that?
Could be.
Okay, because I remember this wasn't too far, but we always detoured through here on the way home because it was so pretty.
Well, it could be just one of those little
Yeah.
towns, places right outside there.
White Sulphur Springs. That kind of
Because at LaGrange, that's where I grew up until I was 2. I lived there from the time until I was 2, and then we moved to that's not right. I moved there when I was 2, and then I lived there till I was 12, and then we moved. So that's why we used to go to Callaway Gardens all the time because it was right there.
Sure.
And that's before it was huge, and
Yeah.
all the golfing
Right.
and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, this, I don't remember. It had, I must have had golfing in it. This was in 1902
Oh yeah, they did.
or 89. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it started getting commercial.
Yep. We used to go there, and then there's another place we used to go.
I'm taking pictures of you. Put that down on my picture. Take them or leave them alone. Ambrosia at my aunt Amy's house. Used to make the best ambrosia. Orange, fresh oranges, and a coconut.
You're making it today? Oh. Well, the season's not over.
I'll make some for this. A little hungry, but I don't want to eat much. I thought I'd eat orange. It's very good. Go out and get that window. Get the seat.
What you doing there, Dad?
What? This is a little water for you, Tessie, at home. We just happen to have it here. Okay, there you go, guys. Okay, fresh water for everybody. That's good.
How we doing there, guys? Hey. Tess? Ruff? Jules?
Smile.
Hey, smile, you're on candid camera.
There he is. Bigger than life.
Jesse, get out of here. Get there, that's probably.
Oh, Dad, just leave him inside. It's all right. Leave him inside.
Pick up this so they won't get into it. Just leave him. He's fine. He's fine. He said, I want turkey tonight. It's Thanksgiving. Russ says he wants turkey tonight. It's Thanksgiving.
Okay. That's fair. Okay.
He
Yeah?
only wanted the sponge.
You know what we did with that?
Oh, your spoon? It's right
Yeah,
here.
it's right there. I washed it off for you.
Very much.
Do you stay here?
What should we do with this? Just cover this, expect?
I think I'm just gonna cover that. Maybe some of that foil over the top of
Okay,
it.
I will.
Try to find a place in the refrigerator.
Hey, Mom, give me a smile.
I really like that burp.
I got that. Thanks. You did good. Well, what do we have here? Miss Jules, Tess, and Mr. Ruff behind them. Both. Dogs on Turkey Day.
What's the matter? Can't they get out and play with you? What's the matter? Can't they get out and play with
Hey Meg, go see if Grandpa needs a little help there.
Good boy.
How you doing there, Dad?
I'm worried about what she's going to do.
Good girl.
Jules, where's your collar?
I told you.
Jules,
Here.
where's your collar?
No, I don't think this is a good idea.
Okay, well, let's go.
I'm going to take her outside.
All right, that sounds good. Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Julius, sit down. You well-disciplined animal, you. Oh, she got the ball. All right. Good job, ladies. Hey, you. Do I know you? Good job there.
Huh?
Good job.
Got some water.
Yeah.
Don't get too close about that. Drop. Sit. Sit.
Slipped on a banana peel.
Who did?
Puppy.
Ready? It's a greyhound, that lady has.
Oh, really?
That right there. The skinniest
Yeah.
greyhound. Yep, putting them in. Okay, last time, stink pot. That dog's not very good.
The greyhound?
No, the greyhound was fine.
Oh, yeah.
Brown one like that now.
Look at this muttly here. So she is a mutt. She put her head underwater and was holding it. You don't know the half of it.
Oh no.
It's not gonna be the end of the world. Just a little slobber. It'll work out fine.
I saw water. Oh.
Adjust those windows back there, lady. And don't have anything just...
They just built this about a year ago.
Fine?
Oh yeah, we'll go out there when we come in. I guess this is too
Yeah,
late
you
here.
can.
Fine?
I don't know, you're making that.
Oh, yeah. They know most...
And y'all sound like dogs back there. That's Jules making all that noise. She's definitely.
Dad's the
Yeah, and the house is full of bugs.
The house is
Thank
not
you,
full of
Herb.
bugs.
That feels good, right?
Oh boy, it's a nice day.
Yui.
What's that? Isn't it great?
Interesting.
Said it's pretty mellow.
Oh. Jules. Okay. At least not that we know of.
She said, I know Jules gets to do that, so I figured I could too. Huh, Jules? Yeah, you were mad that you were in your spot last night. You were like, oh, why is she in my spot? Megan said they had to be there at 6:15 to stop.
Yeah, I think 6:15 is the game.
These setters they stick their whole foot in their mouth. Right there. I don't know why they do this. Every one of them we've ever had done the same thing. Hind foot. Can't pick
Jules,
the-
Jules
you can't
will
pick
start licking her foot, and then she ends up licking her bed,
the- yeah. Licking your face.
and licking your face, licking everything.
She gives you a tongue bath.
What?
A tongue bath.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you sleeping on the cold floor?
I think Labradors tolerate cold weather better than other dogs.
I
Although,
don't seem to mind it.
you know that I put in my labs where ducks and ponds are just frozen over, and they break the ice to get out to them. You know, makes me shiver to think about it. And they
Yeah.
get back, and they have icicles forming on them, you know. And they shiver a little bit. Didn't seem to bother them that much.
Not enough to stop, huh?
You know.
We used to take the labs out with us duck hunting, and they would shiver, but boy, they just kept going. They didn't slow down one bit.
Well, Jules likes it inside more than she does outside. You know that.
Oh yeah, she's spoiled rotten.
What's that?
Jules has been spoiled rotten.
How do you mean?
Well, she likes being indoors more than she likes being outdoors.
Oh, well, that's true of all, but
She likes hanging out with people.
yeah, but I think Jules would lead a great hunting dog.
Yeah, she
Knows
would
where
have.
she can out retrieve things.
We tried to train her a little bit, and then Murph kind of just
Yeah.
gave up on her. If you can get her attention, she'll do pretty well, but she's distractible. Very distractible. It's like sometimes even when you're throwing the ball for her, she's really.
Message about a day later, this woman called back. Said, "Did you gentlemen call about the puppies?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "I'm sorry we're here though, so I'm just messing up." She said, "Tell me about your dogs." She told me about the sire and dam. I said, she says, "Do you have sires?" I said, "Yes, I have two." I said, "They're my hunting companions." He said, "Oh, I wouldn't want these dogs to be hunters." I wouldn't want these dogs to be hunters. I said, "What do you think the English setters were bred for?" You know, well, you know, man. The Americans bred the brains out of the Irish setter. They're so beautiful, you know. They start inbreeding and so forth, and just ruined them as a hunting dog. And now, of course, they've come back because people started crossing them with English setters. They get a red and white setter, both red and sunlight, and now they're doing pretty well.
What's the one, the Springer Spaniel isn't that one red and white too?
Yeah,
the
liver and
Springer?
white. Liver and
Yeah.
white.
And liver one, they're
Black
smaller
and white.
stature, you know.
We used to have some neighbors that had those.
They were very popular, but, well, I didn't find the English Springers Spaniels very popular down south. There were setters and pointers down there, English setters and pointers. But up north, I found that English Springers were very popular. But I tell you, you couldn't give me one of those dogs.
Yeah.
Mom and I, one time we were on our way out to Montana. I made a reservation up in Maple, Wisconsin. It's about 10 miles south of Lake Superior to go grouse hunting. and the young couple that had it, they misrepresented it, but anyway, they had a kettle full of golden setters. It was $700 for a puppy. Can you imagine? And I thought to myself, this isn't come on, but anyway. So I went out hunting, and that's with Josh. And first bird I got up was a woodcock, and I got him, and Josh retrieved him for that. And then we got up a grouse, and I didn't get a shot at it. Anyway, then Josh disappeared. He went to the next county. He's too slow for me. To make a long story short, the next day, that day I think I shot 2 grouse, 2 woodcock. Because it was my first hunt for grouse, I was still kind of excited. But anyway, this guy I was hunting with, he didn't like my English double barrel shotgun. And he had an Ithacan side by side.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He was sort of a hippie. Next day he pawned me off on another guy who was supposed to be my guy. He had an English Springer. And so Josh was still waiting for Josh to come back or someone to call, because we didn't know what happened to him. Anyway, I went out with this fellow, and nice good guy. And this dog was, English Springers are flushers, not fighters. He'd get on a grouse, he'd start to bark. And, oh! Well, of course, that grouse was long gone, tore me up there. And not only that, but I dropped one grouse, and before I could get to it, that dog got there and had eaten half of it.
Oh, God.
I turned around and told this guy, I said, you really ought to get rid of that dog. I said, you're certainly not going to make any friends. A client, when he eats half the bird and scares the rest of them away.
Scares the rest of them away.
Yeah.
This guy was a guide.
Yeah, he's a guy. Nice guy, too.
His dog
He
left
had
a lot to be desired, huh?
He agreed in principle the dog should take it away.
So did Josh ever come back? I mean, when he ran away, did he come back, or did you have to go look for him?
A woman, a woman called up there, but she said, I found this dog pointing birds in my backyard. And she said, the license tag showed the map of the street. I figured he must be up there hunting with them. So the woman said, yes, that's right. So we were trying to got the dog. And I just put him up. We left the next day anyway.
So he was good for running away, huh?
He was good for running away, that's right. I think I told that, if I told you that story, stop thinking.
No.
The last time he ran away, he must have run away at least 36.
Oh, jeez.
That must have drove you a little batty.
Oh, God, I'm telling you, it was terrible.
I mean, I'd get stressed out just bringing the dog out of the house.
That's right, well, that's when he'd run too. Frequently, the kennels were in the back there. We'd take him out and bring him in the house, And if I didn't have a lead on him, he'd get to the corner of the house, and I turned my head, zip, he was gone. And we lived right across the forest. He headed straight for the forest. And it's amazing. He would be gone in 2 seconds. He didn't know where he went. And
He was a dine and dasher, Dad.
so Gene used to really criticize me. He said, you're always testing the dog, Bill. And said, you should know that he's not reliable. He'd run away every time this happened. So one day I got home, and Gene was really upset. I said, what's up, man? Josh ran away again. I said, on you? He said, yes, on me. I said, that's all right, he'll turn up. Well, on the third day I came home from work and he hadn't heard from me. Well, he was concerned because the dog knew nothing about cars. He could run over. We didn't live too far from the freeway. Anyway, I said, he'll turn up, don't worry. It's just about that time to tell him. There he is now. So I pick up the phone and said, well, and this lady says, this Weirich? Yes. He said, I'll bet you're worried sick about your dog. And I said, yes, I am. He said, well, you don't have to worry anymore. He's over here with me, and I got up this morning, he was out in the back patio pointing birds. And I thought it was one of our neighbors. So I went to work and came home and he was still out there pointing birds. So I looked at the tag and got your name, phone number on it. Said, and so that's why I'm calling. I said, but don't worry, he said. Josh and I are sitting in our den. I'm having a glass of wine and we're both eating nachos. And this crazy dog. And I said, well, where are you exactly? And I said, well, you're about 5 miles from where we are. And she was, too. And so we drove up there and got old Josh. And the thing that used to impress Gene, and it didn't impress me so much, but when he saw us coming, he'd come running, mouthing, just sort of like this one. Oh, whoa, 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 telling us what had happened to him. But he had no compass. That's the problem.
Yeah, he didn't know how to get back.
No, this dog has a compass, and so does that one. But
Well,
that
Jules
dog,
has run away a couple of times.
has he?
She got out one time. We didn't know it, and I still don't know how she got out that time. And we got up in the morning, and she was gone out of the backyard, out of the thing, and I didn't know where she went, and I was all worried. I drove around. Finally, I said, I have to go to work. Murphy had already had to go to work, and he'd driven around looking for her, and I thought, Lord, she's probably out on the freeway or something, on Broadway, got smushed or something. And I came in the house to get something and was getting ready to get back in the car and go to work, and there she was, just standing over across the street, just looking at me. I was like, you better get over here. I was so mad at her. And she's just looking and wagging her tail like, are you looking for me?
Yeah.
No. And one other time she ran away like that. Found her down.
Well,
some little girl down the street called and said, I think we have your dog down here in the backyard. She's in the backyard if you want to come get her.
Oh, well, she didn't go too far.
She was only like 2 blocks down.
You know, he ran away from me up in Montana twice.
Mm.
And I traveled about 700 miles round trip getting him.
Oh my gosh.
Total. That was that son of a gun. So I thought, well, I'm going to train this dog not to run away anymore. So I got one of these. I didn't know anything about electric collar. They got an electric collar. And so I put that on him. And it wasn't very nice anyway. And I put the collar on and I got the transmitter and I let him out in the back door. And he looked at me and said, what's it all about? He said something started to take off. Boom! And just before I got to the corner of the house, I pressed the button. And this dog, I swear, he must have come, he must have jumped 6 feet in the air.
Straight up.
Straight up. And ears up. He's looking around. He hits the ground. And he comes right behind, right back. Hides behind my legs and looking. It's really crazy. I thought, my God, he's learning right now. But you know, the funny thing.
But it didn't work. Okay.
It never worked because
you took the collar off and he knew it. Let me guess.
No, I had him with the collar on. But the problem was the lower of wild game was too great for him. And we were up in Montana,
He could take 20,000 volts as long as he had something to sniff.
you know, and he got out there, and I whistled for him, he wouldn't come back, and he looked at me like he was out there about, I don't know, a quarter of a mile. And I pressed this button, and I could tell him he felt, you know, he'd go, you know, if you just keep going along, he just put up with it. If he gets farther away, it wouldn't bother him. And that's,
Hope
anyway,
you just never
didn't work
figured it
out.
out.
So I finally, there was a good old boy down there that really loved this dog, and that he saw him work one time. He said, "That dog is a champion." He could have been maybe, but so I gave him this dog. He raised and trained pointers, and he had a couple setters. So we got Shiva, took him down and said, "Okay, I want you to put Shiva on quail," because he'd never been working on quail, only grouse, and give me an appraisal. So he did. So he said, "Well," he said, "Bill, she certainly can do the job. I don't know if she knows why she does it, but so that was it." 6 weeks later, Gene got a call one morning. The gentleman said, Are you Miss Weirich?" She says, yes, I am. I said, "Are you the folks that own Josh?" And he said, "Well, yes, we did own Josh." He said, yes, he said, "Well, I bought him from Joe Wheat." And Gene said, "Well, how much did you pay for him?" He says, $850. That was cheap for a trade setter. He said, did you have any trouble with him running away?"
Oh no!
He said, "Yes, we did. That's why we gave him to Joe Wheat." So evidently this guy found him and took him back and got his money back. He's a maverick dog.
He has his own agenda. Not
What are you doing
yours, his.
Filming you two talking.
He had his own agenda.
Yeah, he did. He had his own agenda.
He didn't care what yours was.
That's right, exactly. And then just the opposite, you know, and I said, "Gee, I've got to have another setter." So we found this ad in Pointing Dog, and it was from West Virginia, Elkins, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And we were down at the what's the name of the big golf resort in North Carolina?
Hilton Head.
Hilton Head?
No, this is up west, in west.
Oh,
It's, anyway.
been there.
What?
I've been there. Oh.
Yeah. Well, our company had an annual meeting there, and we went there. Then we had some meetings out at the Biltmore, you know, which was really beautiful. Is that the Rockefeller?
It's called Secession.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Was it Secession?
Mm-mm.
Anyway, it's so we drove up to after the meeting was over. We drove up to West Virginia, to Elkins, which is way up in the boonies, and picked up this. You know, we drove up to this man's house, and he was a fish and game employee.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, "Come on, I'll drive you up to, follow me up to where the dogs are." The dogs were up there at the Fish and Game office, which was out near the edge of this forest. And he had these big runs built out in the forest. And he must have had 5 dogs at every run. And I thought to myself, I don't know if I like this or not. But anyway, we went up there and Greenville. Is it Greenville? Not right.
Hello? Yes. No. Pretty good. Oh, yeah, we ate too much, but you know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, of course we are supposed to. But we enjoyed it. We didn't get any. Biltmore Estates.
Big.
It's off of
It was a
40.
big, this was a big
Somewhere down here.
lodge hotel right in the middle of this golf course.
Make me a North Carolina map to find it.
I think it's just over the border, a short distance.
Yeah. Well, Asheville's, you know, pretty close.
Yes, yes. I'm
And
always,
I can see the Biltmore Estates where it is, but
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
well, they probably don't have it listed, you know?
You know, you probably need North Carolina map.
Yeah.
I think I have one in the car. Just. Are you happy now, huh? Your dad's here, huh?
Coffee? Okay. Compost like that. And then he put 2 pieces of chocolate cake this way and one for a roof. Cover that with a not a great, but significant amount of whipped cream.
Yeah, significant
And,
amount. Putting it mildly.
Sounds good.
That was for the dessert.
Oh.
Okay. Then he took
He was a kick
some
anyway.
French bread and cut it obliquely quite a bit so it came out like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he put some clarified butter. I didn't know that I make clarified butter, but he talked about it.
You buy
And,
clarified butter.
and he put these pieces of French toast, and took that. While he was doing that, he took he got a duck liver. He said that on the East Coast, you can only find this at some deli that charges $200 for one.
For duck liver?
Yeah, for these duck livers, but he said there's duck or goose livers, but he said there's another place, the places now sell them much cheaper, and he said a low price. So he cut a couple slices of those, not like that, and he says these come in different qualities. The higher the quality, the less cleaning you have to do on the inside. And so he showed you what he meant by that. And wasn't much cleaning this thing out after he cut it. But then he took those, while the fresh toast was cooking, he warmed a saucepan, skillet, and he put each of these sliced pieces of pâté foie gras, in there. And then we turned over the pieces of French bread. And then you look back and see how much oil had come out from the liver.
The liver, yeah.
But then they looked a little crisp on the outside. Took them out. And out.
All the time he's bantering back and forth with
I'm trying to think. Oh,
the audience.
then he took some cranberries that he cooked. He didn't add to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he put it in this liver fat. Okay. He mixed it up and put it in globs of it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took the French toast out, put it on a plate, put a piece of liver on it, and he took this cranberry out and put it on top of that. He covered it with thyme and something else. steak with salt. And serve that. Oh, I know what he did. He put on top of that, he put the, oh, I know what it was. He put the cranberry lob, he cooked the liver oil. And then he took a piece of, not a piece, a small amount of that whipped cream, put it on top of that, and then stuck a piece of mint or sprigs, so you had red, white, and green. Classical of our holiday season. But everyone had tried it, you know.
Said it was good.
They all thought it was out of this world. But I was going to go home and try it. But I can't remember. But I think you're right. I guess I can probably, dial up the internet. What do you go to Yahoo or
I'll get it for you.
all right?
Can I get my computer?
Sure.
Oh, get away from me.
Gotcha.
You got it all there? Oh, look at this.
This is my computer.
Oh, I see. Turn on the light here, huh?
I've got one recipe that he did one time. It's a shrimp recipe
Yeah.
that I love.
Oh, I went like
Who do you prefer? Oh, that's awesome. They're looking great back.
Okay, you have some turkey sandwiches and dressing. Go ahead to the concession stand. Coffee, hot chocolate. So come on over and get something to eat. We'll be starting the pregame show.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, here you go. Starting off exciting already. We need to retain control there. Oh, there she is, right there. Right there, there you go.
Slam jam.
Yeah. Look at this look on your face. Look at you. Look at it.
Again, what's the score? 7 kicks. Ready?
Get him! Nail! All right, first down. Clock stop. That's going to do a lot for the games. Not for the games. We've done better.
At least it went into the time. Uh-oh, it's the dance team. You want pictures? You take them. Take them. All right, let's stand up. Oh, that felt good.
Do you mind if I film it? Thanks.
The cat's on.
Oh, there's another one.
They have a mascot.
What's that? There's a bear there. Oh, the California going bear.
There are a couple of mascots.
Yeah.
3 of them.
San Buenaventura High School.
What's the... Let's see that. I want to see that. What's called the bear?
San Buenaventura's.
Come on, guys, sit down.
Sit down.
Say this. Sit down.
And I really want you to get close to me. So would you dance with me? Dance with me. Drop tops in the parking lot, and I'm gonna take you back to my spot. But we still got a little more time to rock. So would you dance with me? Dance with me. Break it, baby.
this is the dance team.
What?
Dance.
I'm a bad man, but listen to me, y'all. People ain't gotta like me. I ain't studying these crows. You just talk what you know. Stop talking about what I'm missing. I'm fixing just mad at each I know y'all broke. Y'all jobs are sitting up close. Step to me, get burned like toast. Y'all suckers out here, amigos. Pose. I don't brag, I mostly boast. From the VA to the LA coast. Is it, go.
What are they doing? They're leaving. There's all those bears in there. They got 3 bears. From a county?
Okay, all right, good. All right, we'll see you when we see you.
Megan looks like her mother.
Yeah, she does.
Stop. Jimmy!
No way.
You can email me that, huh?
Get Dad down there.
Print out poster size.
Lucky stars is what you told me.
I missed it! Oh! I missed it! No one told me!
She has clothes on, right?
I got him. What was he doing? All right.
That's a little better.
That's about time we got a break. Shoot, we haven't had any breaks, you know.
can see. On the side. Okay, stop now. Here we are, up at seeing the sea lions. And there they are down there. There they are.